Welcome to the lasagna roll-up video. This is such an easy recipe. If you recall that ricotta cheese that we made in the non-dairy cooking video, I've got a batch of that here. This was made with the slivered almonds and the yogurt. It's a very simple recipe and it's got a lot of spinach in it. So I've boiled some lasagna noodles, and because it's really hard to find whole wheat lasagna noodles, I'm using these brown rice pasta lasagna noodles, which are usually in the gluten-free aisle because they're gluten-free, but I really don't want to use just the white enriched flour noodles, so I'm using this. And the only ingredients are brown rice, rice bran, and water, so this is a very acceptable product. So I've boiled my noodles and rinsed them in cold water, and then I laid them out on some parchment paper to dry. And I'm going to take the filling and fill each noodle down the center, like so. Not with too much, because as you roll this, it's going to squeeze out. So I don't go all the way to the very end, because I'm going to roll this. And I'm going to roll it up. These noodles are cooked al dente, because they're going to be baked too in the oven for about a half an hour. So once you do your roll up, I've got my pan here with about a half a jar of the, this is the Aldi organic pasta sauce that I talk about throughout the lessons. Tomato and basil pasta sauce, organic from Aldi. It's less than $2 a jar. And there's also a marinara flavor. So I'll do one more noodle and then I will finish the rest on my own and come back to you. But this is really a crowd pleaser. Everybody likes this recipe. It's really a comfort food too. So again, put a little of your filling on there, roll it up, set it seam side down in your pan filled with pasta sauce here, and I'm going to continue on and we'll come back to you soon. All right, all the noodles are rolled. And I forgot to mention in the earlier part of the video that when you're rolling these, there's no need to press them real tightly. You want to roll them loosely, you know, enough so that they're together, but you don't want to press it really hard so that all of the filling smushes out. So you get about 12. The box had 12 noodles, and of course there's always one noodle that breaks apart. So here that is. So this may not be magazine worthy, but everything's in there and is ready to go in the oven after I cover it with the rest of the sauce. Now I use 2 jars of sauce for this recipe, about a half a jar on the bottom and then a whole nother jar on top. Make sure everything's covered really well. I just like sauce, and I'm using 1 jar of marinara and 1 jar of tomato basil. I forgot to mention too, these are the oil-free pasta sauces. So if you don't have an Aldi near you, be sure to look for either a fat-free pasta sauce or some brand that does not have added oils in it. So this is going to go in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes, and then we will take a look. Okay, we're out of the oven. And let's serve this up. This was in the oven for 25 minutes. And it's done. I mean, the noodles are already cooked, and so you're basically just heating everything up. I'll take the 2 off the end. And I made a batch of the faux Parmesan cheese. You may remember that from the non-dairy video. Sprinkle that on there. And you have got delicious lasagna roll-ups. Hope you can see the inside of this with Parmesan cheese on top. And this is going to be a first for me. I'm going to try this roasted garlic bread recipe that I haven't shared with you because I have not made this. Today's going to be the first day. It looks pretty easy. It calls for 1 baguette, a head of garlic, 4 tablespoons of veggie broth, and salt to taste. So at Whole Foods, I found an oil-free whole wheat baguette. And I'm going to try this today. It looks pretty easy. If you're interested in trying it as well, just Google McDougall roasted garlic bread and look for the one that's in his 2002 newsletter, because there's other videos of his garlic bread out there, but they're not this easy recipe. They're different. Okay, I hope I haven't confused you too much on that. So I just thought garlic bread would be a good addition to these lasagna roll-ups. And a side salad and garlic bread, and you have got a great meal. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.